Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there. And we're gonna talk about the Warriors just somehow ended up winning the game against the Grizzlies. Um, Al Horford missed a shot, I guess, around the rim. Then he dives on the floor. Then he passes it to Santos, and Santos somehow gets enough room and enough space to bank it in. And then Spencer turns the ball over and ends up giving it to the Warriors, and then they pass it and they run the clock out, and they win 114 to 113. The Warriors are now 29 and 25, 18 and 9 at home, and the Grizzlies go to 20 and 32, 9 and 17 on the road. Both teams went 32 to 32 in the first quarter. By the end of it, it was tied. Then Memphis took the lead with a 33 to 25 second quarter, and then they also did a 33 to 28 third quarter. But then they lost the fourth quarter 29 to 15. They really missed a lot of shots and got locked down in that quarter. Let's talk about the Grizzlies. Kyle Anderson gets to start 26 minutes, 8 points, 3 or 4 from the field, 2 or 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds. He had 5 turnovers. That was really big in a close game like this. But he also did some things because of that. Once you turn the ball over that much, it makes you want to go harder. He ended up having 2 blocks and 2 steals in this one, but he only had 2 personal fouls and finished as a -3 and plus minus. Cedric Coward, he only played 12 minutes in this one. He finished with 2 points, and then he went 1 or 2 from the field and missed his only 3. He also had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and a +7 and plus minus. GG Jackson, 23 minutes, 6 points, 2 or 4 from the field, 1 or 2 from 3, 1 or 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal, 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, was a -3 and plus minus. I mean, these guys couldn't even give you double figures. And on top of that, they really wasn't trying to, because they had a low amount of field goal attempts in this one. Jalen Wells not really known as a scorer like that either. He's trying to develop a little bit more moves. But he played 26 minutes, and that was tied for the most in the starting lineup. He only gave you 10 points. He went 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, had 3 boards, no turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a +1 and plus minus. And then Ty Jerome, he played 20 minutes. He had 19 points. It ended up being the most on the team, showing you how low scoring of a game it was for the Memphis Grizzlies as individuals. But he ended up taking 14 shots. That was tied for the most on the team. He went 8 of 14 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 3 rebounds and 7 assists. They kind of forced him to get out of his comfort zone a little bit, and he adjusted the right way, attacking the way that he did and reading the defense the way that he did, even when it came to passing or scoring. And like I said, he ended up having an efficient night scoring the basketball besides from 3. And he loves taking threes. And even when he took them, he just couldn't drop them down like he normally does in this game. He did have 1 turnover, 2 steals, no personal fouls, and a +15 and plus minus. Taylor Hendricks played 25 minutes, had 15 points. He went 5 of 14 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He ended up finishing with 10 boards, so he had a double-double by the end of the game. He also had 2 assists, no turnovers, and 3 steals, and 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a +2 and plus minus. And then you look at Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He played 22 minutes. He had 15 points. He went 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He's been getting better when they needed him. Like, they needed somebody to give them some scoring, and he's been showing you that he can give it to you. He's not the greatest scorer, but he figures it out, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 personal foul, -4 and plus minus. Scottie Pippen Jr. played 20 minutes. He had 11 points. He went 5 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. He kept getting good looks, in this game, and it's just good for him to be confident in himself and take his time to make sure he's taking the right shots and just trying to find a way to find his teammates at the same time, since he is a point guard. And he got his 4 assists and only had 1 turnover. He also had 4 steals in the block. They need that extra push sometimes because they can get a little stagnant. So getting steals also helps a lot to get easy baskets. 4 personal fouls and a -4 and plus minus for him. Cam Spencer played 24 minutes. He had 2 points. He ended up going 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 4 from three, and they needed him to have a bigger night, but it just didn't happen for him. In this one, he had good looks, just couldn't drop him down. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a -9 and plus minus. And then Jemai Mashak played 22 minutes. He had 17 points. That was the most off the bench. He went 8 of 10 from the field and 1 of 2 from three. The paint was working for him, so don't switch it up too much. And it was a good night from him because of that. He also had 2 boards, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, and 2 steals, 2 personal fouls, and a 0 and plus minus. Javon Small, you want them threes. He ended up going 2 of 4 from three and finished 3 of 9 from the field. He got 8 points, which is better than nothing. In 21 minutes, he had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and a turnover. He also had 2 steals, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a -7 in plus minus. And then you look at the Golden State Warriors. Um, they ended up getting double figures the entire starting lineup, and they needed it. They don't have Steph, so they need as many guys chipping in as they can. Draymond got in double figures. We haven't seen that in a while. He played 24 minutes, had 14 points. He went 5 of 7 from the field, 4 of 6 from three. They gave him the chances. They gave him the opportunities. He was able to make them enough in this game to where it mattered. He also had 4 boards, 2 assists. The problem was the 7 turnovers. That was the worst part of his night. Just trying to find a way to just give it to a guy, obviously. And that was the problem. And he did have 2 steals and 1 offensive board and 2 personal fouls, was a -17 and plus minus. Santos with that game-winning layup. He ended up playing 30 minutes. He had 16 points and went 7 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. You're just happy that he's coming in and just putting a lot of effort in every play that he can make. He also grabbed 8 boards, and that was the most in the starting lineup. He had 2 assists, 4 turnovers, a steal, 1 offensive rebound for 3 personal fouls, and was a +11 and plus minus. He's good. I mean, Santos is good. He knows how to drive. He knows where to be at on the court. He knows how to be available for the passer to get easy finishes, and that's what he's out there for. The Anthony Melton got that dunk that mattered in transition after a steal. He played 25 minutes, had 10 points. He went 3 of 11 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Hasn't really scored efficiently, but he's been a guy that you need to depend on to be out there that can play some defense and try to keep the ball going and moving. And then he can also try to hurt you with the transition play when those opportunities come available, and sometimes with the three, but he hasn't really been doing that either. He had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, -1 and plus minus for him. Moses Moody, 28 minutes, 15 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. I mean, if he can give you double figures and he can do it efficiently, you're taking it anytime that you can. 1 rebound, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 personal foul, and a -8 and plus minus. Pat Spencer played 32 minutes, had 17 points. He went 8 of 13 from the field, 1 of 5 from three, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. He really gave them good finishing. He tried to give them perimeter play, especially from three. Didn't really work out that much in this one, but he did a good job of just reading the defense and just keeping, the defense off balance as much as he could with his handles, with his drives, and his playmaking. He had 7 assists in this one with only 2 turnovers. He also had 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and a -15 and a plus minus. Al Horford gave him a big performance in 26 minutes. He finished with 16 points. He went 7 of 12 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, had 9 boards, which led the team. He also had 6 assists, which was the most off the bench, and he also had 1 steal, 3 offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and was a +24 and plus minus. I really like his scoring, man. I really like him as a player. He always understands where to be at. He always knows how to move. He knows how to get his own shot from time to time, even though he's older. And he understands how to read the defense and just trying to find a way to run the play correctly first. and then also just making sure everybody's where they need to be and communicating even on the defensive end, and then making the right pass that can lead to baskets. And he was able to do that at a high level tonight. Quentin Post, 5 minutes. He ended up going scoreless. He had 2 assists, one turnover, one personal foul, was a +2 and plus minus. Gary Payton, the second, 24 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, one turnover, 3 steals. The 3 steals ended up being the most on the team. He also had 1 block. That was the most on the team. 3 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a +6 and plus minus. I mean, he hit a wide open three, and he made some finishes around the basket. But that's what he's going to try to do besides compete as hard as he can on the defensive end and try to make a difference there. But you got to love the fact that he's not a negative on the defensive end or the offensive end, and that's why he's worthy of playing 20-plus minutes. And then Brandon Podziemski, he's coming in there to play, make a little bit, hit a couple shots. He went 1 of 6 from 3, made it a little harder for them to get a win, but they still figured it out. 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 7 of 15 from the field. He also had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover, and a steal. No personal fouls, a +9 and plus minus. And then Will Richard, he made a 3. He got 4 boards, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, and 5 personal fouls, and finished as a -6. And you look at it and say, well, you gave us enough. We gave us enough. You helped us out enough. 83 field goals taken by the Warriors for 53%. 83 also taken by the Grizzlies. They shot 51%. 32 threes taken by the Grizzlies, 31%. 33 taken by the Warriors. They shot 33%. 24 free throw taken by the Grizzlies, 79%. The Golden State Warriors also shot 79%, but they took 19 free throws. 40 rebounds for the Warriors, 37 for the Grizzlies. 31 assists for the Warriors, 26 for the Grizzlies. 23 turnovers for the Warriors, 16 for the Grizzlies. 12 steals for the Warriors, 17 for the Grizzlies. 1 block for the Warriors, 3 for the Grizzlies. 10 offensive rebounds for the Warriors, 8 for the Grizzlies. 30 defensive rebounds for the Warriors, 29 for the Grizzlies. 17 personal fouls for the Warriors, 18 for the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies somehow found a way to lose this game when it was right there in their hands. The Warriors just kept playing and kept finding ways to try to turn the tables for them to be able to win it. And it just, a bunch of random stuff just started happening. And next thing you know, the Warriors are dribbling the ball out and winning the game. They kept themselves in it. They kept competing. They kept trying to make things happen, even when it looked like they could lose it. And I just feel like the Grizzlies just didn't know what they was trying to do and what they was trying to accomplish. Sometimes when you don't have a star player, it can be that way. When you don't have a guy that you really want to go to, it can be that way. It can be a little confusion because if the play don't work or it breaks up, then you basically are looking for something else. And it's not something that's natural sometimes. It just makes you a little off balance. And the Grizzlies, I think that's what they were trying to figure out. What do I do next? What should I do next? And then they get caught up in the moment, and the Warriors are executing on the other end and trying to find a way to put you out of the game. But this game was competitive. It was fun. It was entertaining. And that's all that really matters. And, the better team ended up winning at the end of the day. And that's how it should be. Sometimes it goes that way. Sometimes it don't. But, we'll see what happens with these teams in the future. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.